What is good, you guys? It is I, main protagonist, are back again with another review video. This time it's a little different. Normally I'm reacting and stuff like that. But as we all know, Titan Season 3 has been out, and they came up with the first 3 episodes, which is great because I wanted to start it off strong. If I started off with just the first episode, not going to lie, I would have not been as excited for the next episode. I can say that. So the first episode is cool. Second episode, it's okay. Third episode, crazy. I just want to let that be known. But with this episode right now, this review, we're just going to go over episode 1. I was going to do all 3 episodes in this one video, which makes a lot of sense, but there's a lot to cover, in my opinion. So, especially with episode 1 and episode 3, gosh. So, episode 1, I have a list that I want to go over, because watching all 3 episodes, it's all mixed together. I don't even know if I got some of this other stuff correctly, because whatever. But first episode, we started off. Did they start off with the Titans or Jason? All right. See, this is what I'm talking about. I saw episode 1 a couple days ago. I'm gonna just assume Jason was starting. So at the beginning of episode 1, first of all, spoiler warning, because I do not have time. Spoiler warning. It's gonna be right here, and it's gonna be in the title, and it's gonna be through my words. So if you can hear me, I don't have Braille, so I'm sorry for people that you don't need to be watching this anyway. So spoiler warning. I'm gonna be talking about it. No hold back. So episode 1 started off with Jason, I believe, talking to Bruce, listening to radios of police officers talking about, we spotted the Joker and stuff like that. And they'd be like, oh, dang, we lost him. And then he pinpointed his voice of his laughter and found him that way and pinpointed where he would be. And he called Bruce saying, hey, I found the Joker. I'm about to go get him. Bruce like, no, you're not. Stay where you are. It's too dangerous. Jason's like, I can get him. I can take him. I'm strong. I can do whatever I want. And Bruce is like, hey, I'm going to see you when I get home. That means don't go. Jason's like, all right, boss. I guess I'm not going to go. With his sarcastic ass. And he went anyways. And before that, this man probably wasn't going to go. But then he took some drug. I don't know what type of thing he was sniffing. That thing looked like freaking Bane's Venom. And I thought that was going to play into a part, because in the comic books, Jason Todd, freaking Red Hood, had a little serum that gave him a little bit of extra strength, just like Bane, his own like little version of the Venom or whatever. So I thought it was something to do with that. We still don't know about that drug, by the way, even in episode 3. But he took some drug. He got hyped up. He was like, yes, I can do this. He went to go get the Joker. He got scared of a police officer was dead. Then he saw this little clown thing, and then he got murked. The Joker snuck him on him, hit him in the face with a crowbar. He looked up. He got hit in the face again with a crowbar, and he started getting beat down with the crowbar, just like Jason Todd should be. And it's because he don't listen. That man could have been living his life if he just waited. And why? Why did he? The way he's impulsive and stuff like that, it makes sense for him to do stuff like this. He's like, it makes sense in this universe for him to act irrational with stuff like this anyways. It's just kind of like, it's not rushed, but certain things I'm talking about is kind of rushed. So yeah, Jason's not listening. He got drugged up. He died. And it said it on the news. It showed his body saying, oh yeah, he was found dead. And then after that is when we saw a glimpse of the Titans. They're in San Francisco. They're doing their stuff. They're superheroes in San Francisco. Like, they're like lifesavers in San Francisco. Like, they're known. Like, except for Nightwing, apparently. So okay, real talk. In this first episode, seeing Nightwing as being Nightwing, fighting against all the people, that was comic book accurate. Sorry. He was doing his stuff. The Screamer Sticks, beautiful. Mwah. Loved it. His outfit, again, he was being cocky too. He was just doing stuff so nonchalant. He was electrocuting people, just walking through whistling. This man was cocky, and I loved it. Then it showed a little bit of Beast Boy doing like Beast Boy actually fighting is kind of cool. Like I'd rather see him just transforming all over and again, but we know the budget can't do that all the time. But seeing him actually have some fighting abilities too is kind of cool because that's what I think everybody needs, regardless of what powers you got. Superboy, you know, my favorite character of all time. He's just doing he's just doing his thing. Him and freaking Crypto just blocking bullets with their bodies and just knocking people out the way. He's OP. No one beats Superboy. And speaking of that, okay, before I go to that, because I love Superboy. Starfire, freaking Corey, she's doing her thing, blasting. For apparently, she blasted at a villain, missed. And I guess they're trying not to kill people, but she missed, which is annoying. And then she fought. Like, she's supposed to be still super strong, so she knocked out people. That's cool, whatever. Raven's not in here. Raven's not in the first episode, so don't expect Raven to be in the first episode. We all know what happened to Donna. She's not going to be here. But the Titans actually saving the day, and they actually talk to the news people, like the feed and the freaking reporters. They actually are out there in public talking to Corey mostly. Talking about, because Nightwing's the leader, but Nightwing's not about to be in public for some reason. Normally, Nightwing's cool with being seen, but he was like, me and Bruce never stuck around for the press and stuff like that. And, you know, that's kind of cool. It's kind of realistic because he's used to the lifestyle with Batman. And he's still in that, like, he's still cocky and stuff like that. But he's not about to go and talk to the reporters and be like, yeah, we did this like that. So Corey's the one that's speaking for the people. Gar and freaking Superboy, Connor, they're talking to the press too. And Superboy is finally developed. This man is not a man-child no more. This man speaks in complete sentences. He knows what's going on. He's smart. I'm just going to let y'all know that. He's actually using his Kryptonian Lex Luthor sides. He had the leather jacket. So he had, like, if you don't know old Superboy, he had a leather jacket and an outfit. Like, he didn't just have the blue jeans and the t-shirt like he does in the current comics. He had a whole outfit and he had a leather jacket. So now he has his outfit with the t-shirt with the Superman, the blue jeans, and he's got a leather jacket just like when he's walking casual, I guess. And this man look cool. This man talks. And in the scene, one of the police officers was like, hey, can I get an autograph? My son would definitely want to get an autograph with you, Superboy, and stuff like that. He was like, oh, yeah, sure. And Garfield was like, you want an autograph from me on Beast Boy and stuff like that? He was like, no, it's fine. You know, you can't beat the supers, which is funny because that gives us a glimpse knowing that Superman is in this universe, maybe even Supergirl, and that's kind of cool. So, with that being said, that is what got me hyped for Superboy. And in the later episodes, Superboy... Now, the funny part about Superboy, he's super OP, so they have to make excuses for him to not be in certain scenes, especially with certain parts of each episode. So, in this one, they just showed off a little bit of him and Crypto, and they're just chilling, doing their Superboy, super dog things. But after the press left, Nightwing / Dick freaking went to Bruce and was like, hey, Jason died. I know what's going on. You know, if you want to talk about it, we can. Bruce like, nah, don't want to talk about it. Just chilling. It just sounds like he doesn't care. But really, we know, like, Dick even knows, like, he's off. Like, he's not just blowing it off just because he's actually, like, pushing to not talk about it and stuff like that. He's doing too much. And he was like, Bruce, you need to talk. And he's like, no, I'm not about to talk nothing. So... in this episode, we saw Barbara Gordon, a.k.a. ex-Batgirl, a.k.a. ex of Dick Grayson. And that was kind of fire. Now, the only thing about... like, I love the actress. I don't remember her name, so I apologize. But I love her as Barbara Gordon, a.k.a. Commissioner Gordon, a.k.a. Batgirl. And her acting is fantastic. She acts like the portrayal of, like, a seasoned Batgirl. Like, she used to be Batgirl, and now she's a good commissioner. And apparently in this reiteration of Titans and whatever Gotham, the original Commissioner Gordon freaking died. Her dad passed away by Mr. Freeze, and that's kind of sad. But so Alfred's not there. Commissioner Gordon originally isn't there, but that's cool. So seeing Barbara talking to Dick Grayson, that's cool. And I just noticed, I know the actress has only one leg, and that's cool. And she does she does karate and stuff like that. That's cool. But like, it's so noticeable. I thought they were just gonna have her in the seat and have like a prosthetic that kind of looks like her other leg, and that's cool. But like, they actually have just one leg, and it's like, okay, are they gonna not explain why Barbara Gordon's leg isn't there, or are they just gonna let us just assume like, yeah, she has another leg, it's just you can't see it? No, I don't know. But regardless of that, she's a great Barbara Gordon. Love her. She's doing a good job. But Dick talked to Barbara talking about Batman's off his game, off his rocker. He's crazy. And I think it's in the same episode. Yeah. They had a little Easter egg about freaking other Robins. So Dick talks to Bruce and is like, he goes to the Batcave and he sees a few kids on the screen and it had their names on it. So it had Carrie Kelly, Daxton Chill, Stephanie Brown, and Duke Thomas. So automatically two people on this list everybody should know. They should know Carrie Kelly and Stephanie Brown. So Carrie Kelly, was in the Dark Knight series and she was the Robin of that era. Freaking Stephanie Brown is spoiler. Also, she was a Robin, and also she was a Batgirl. So that's kind of cool. And Daxton Chill and Duke Thomas, those are like probably not as known. Probably Duke Thomas is probably a little bit more well known. But in this era of like, it was the New 51, I think, and they were both a part of the We Are the Robins. So Duke Thomas more was like a part of the Bat family. His dad was like some villain named something. But he was in a bat type suit, and that's kind of cool. These are little Easter eggs. And Daxton Chill, he was just a leader, part of the Robins, but he's irrelevant to me. He's not that cool, but that's a good reference. Like, all these was like cool little Easter eggs to let us know. But we all know that Tim Drake is going to be the next Robin. So Tim Drake, I think he was in this episode. I can't remember if he was in this episode 2, but I'm going to talk about him in episode 1. It was just a small little scene, him looking at the newspaper, and it was like, dang, Jason died. And the police officer like interrogating him, because he's mixed. He's black and Asian. That's what we noticed. But in this first thing, we just know he's black. And the police officer's like interrogating him, like, hey, it's late. Why are you out here? He was like, hey, I'm just doing my deliveries. I'm just doing my job. I'm sorry. They were like, hey, go home. And that's because they had a call saying the Batman did something. And we all know what Batman did. But we're not going to talk about that yet. But other than that, Jason Todd went to his home. I mean, not Jason Todd. What? Tim Drake went to his parents' place, talked to his cousin. It just told a little backstory, like just slowly introducing us to Tim Drake, which is kind of cool. Not just throwing him at us and doing some crazy stuff. But he's a Batman and Robin fan. So, and apparently he knows like the material of the bat suit and stuff. He said like the police were saying he's in a plastic suit, and Tim Drake was like, "No, it's not plastic." And the police were like, "What?" And he was like, "Bro, I just wanted to correct you. Why you gotta get so aggressive?" But Tim Drake is kind of cool. I'm excited to see him more. I only seen him, I think, in episode 1, and he hasn't been introduced ever since. But that was a good introduction for him in the first episode. Basically, that's the gist of episode 1. Episode 1 was just thrown at us. Freaking seeing the Titans be Titans, that's cool. San Francisco, Jason dying, that's cool. First episode. Bruce Wayne neglecting how he feels about the situation. And
Jason corners the Mad Hatter, and he starts.
I still think in this first episode, yeah, it does. So Batman getting talked to by Barbara. Barbara's telling him off, telling him, "Hey, you're a crazy person. You're as crazy as the Joker. You need to get some help. Like, you don't even care that my dad died helping you in this little crime scheme." And Bruce was like, "Hey, he knew the stakes of what was going to happen," which is true. He knew this was going to happen. He did a good part of this city, and he sacrificed himself for the greater good. And Barbara's like, "So what you're saying is he's just a soldier to you, and he just died in this war?" Because he called it a war. He was like, he made a good sacrifice in this war. She's like, "This is not a war. This is just like
no new clues.
Crime is crime. You didn't have to put him into this." And he died by Mr. Freeze. And Barbara does not like
Father
Bruce
and I
anymore.
have
She has
better
a bad
communication
relationship with him
when
because of her
we
dad
move
dying, most likely. And he feels like she feels like he doesn't care. He doesn't care about nobody. So
Today's a war.
Dick's like,
For the soul of
bro,
this city.
maybe you are crazy. Maybe
know, Bruce.
Barbara was right.
Calling it a
You
war
probably don't
feels
give a
like
fuck.
trying to
Like,
justify all the lives
come on,
that
bro.
were lost.
Like, that was Jason. That was your son. Like, if I die too, are you gonna act like this?
Protecting
And so at the end of this
require real
episode,
sacrifice.
My
they had
father
Bruce
died
coming
from a
into
heart attack
Dick
after
Grayson's
being
room
poisoned
saying,
on a
"Hey,
device by a man wearing a fucking refrigerator
you're right.
suit.
Mr. Freeze.
He started
I know
it.
who he is.
I finished it. The Joker's dead. I beat him with a crowbar.
That's how you see my father, isn't it? As
Be a better
sacrifice.
Batman." And then the episode was ending right there.
You dragged
And
him
that's
to
kind of
prison
fire, but at the same
just like
time,
you did Dick.
like, I understand why they had to do that because Batman
You know
and
what you
Joker
did
is
to
not
Dick.
going to be a part of this universe,
almost lost yourself
really,
because
because they're
there's
not
nothing
allowed to
against
do
your
certain
grief.
things. So they might as well kill off the Joker. Like, it's still stupid. Like, I wouldn't have killed off the Joker
who was
just like
lost and
that, or at least not
angry and alone.
without seeing
And
Bruce
convinced him that he'd be
as
invincible
distressed.
if
Like,
he
they
put on
didn't
a
show
mask.
him do anything like go crazier a little bit. They just saw him like acting like he don't give a fuck, and then in the next scene, he comes in like, "I did give a fuck. I killed the fuck out of that man, and I need you to take over my spot because I can't do it no more. If I continue to be Batman, I'm gonna kill other people. So be a better Batman than me, son." And that was the end of the episode. So that was a cool little episode. A lot happened in the first episode. That's why I have to spread out these videos because I'm already at what? I think I'm past 10 minutes. But other than that, this is a fantastic episode. I enjoyed it a lot. It was a good hook, like, for people to come back and be like, yeah, the next episode is going to be fire. But hey, seeing those other two episodes, not gonna lie, the second one not as good as the first one or the third. And third one crazy. But with that being said, that's gonna be the end of this review. I will be reviewing the next two episodes in the next videos. But until then, you guys, I'm main protagonist. This was a good first episode for this season, and I'm out. Peace.
Yay.
That doesn't mean laugh in the background, though. That's why I said I feel like I can do it when I get started, but if I start being goofy, I don't know if you'll start laughing in the background.
And if I do, it's not gonna ruin the video.
I mean, it'll ruin it for me.
No, it won't.
Okay.
Hey, don't make it worse.
Don't make it worse. Is
Don't
she
make
threatening
it
me?
worse.
Is she threatening me? Okay, go back over there. You can go back over there. This is being recorded, by the way. Get up out of here.
Hi.
Get out of here.